Hello, everyone. Welcome to Module 8 already of the Science of Living Life to the Fullest, based on Wallace Wattles' book, The Science of Getting Rich. This is the how-to manual and course and exploration of how to have great success and thus be rich in every area of our lives. So this module today is based on chapter 7, called Gratitude, and this is one of my very favorite chapters. It's personal for me because, as stated before, I have felt like that there are people with the talent, with the gift of great faith. There are others with the talent of great vision. They can see things. It's easy for them to believe in what's coming, and they can really tap into that. And I consider that faith. So I haven't always felt like that was my personal strong point, that faith, belief. I am one of those people that I can't fake out my subconscious mind very easily. So I try and pound things in, and I never get the results, and I feel like that's because I don't have enough belief. And I've searched scriptures and prayed about this, spent a lot of time in this. Try not to get emotional here, because I've been told by many coaches and mentors, Valerie, if you just could believe, when you believe it, you'll see it. And so how to switch my mindset and bring about that belief. So there is a line, one sentence that Wallace Wattles says in chapter 7 that for me was and is a game changer. And that is, he says, faith is born of gratitude. And suddenly it was like, ding, 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 ding. Wow, because gratitude, I feel like I'm a very, very blessed person. I have had some struggles in my life for sure, some challenges, but I feel like I live such a blessed life, almost a charmed life. And it is very easy for me to feel almost overwhelming gratitude to where even just thinking about it makes me emotional, because I have so many amazing people in my life that I love dearly and that I know are there to support and bless and love me. And so gratitude is one of my gifts, and I know, and people have said many, many, many times that I have great heart energy, that I have a huge heart, and that I love so fully and so deeply, and I really, really do. This isn't something that I try and do. It just comes really naturally to me. I love people, and I love to see people living their gift, their thing, what makes them so just fully living from their heart power. And so for instance, when I love to go to any kind of shows, dance shows or plays. I love live theater, because I just feel like that the people on stage, you can tell they're having so much fun. They're just so in who they are. And so I love to go to New York. I come from a family of performers, so this comes very naturally. Also, musicians. So my family are professional musicians. And when they are performing, they are definitely in their heart power. Nothing ever really clicked for me, but I love to see this, and I can have great gratitude for who people are. So gratitude is a really key characteristic for us to develop in order to live an abundant and full life. So even though perhaps faith hasn't been my strong point, I feel like now I understand why I have lived such an abundant life, even through the ups and downs and the craziness of some of the struggles that I've had. I mentioned before, I made it through an eating disorder and years of abuse, and the death of my daughter, and financial ruin. And so these are some of the things, also divorce and relationship challenges. So these are some of the things that I've lived through. but they haven't really felt like that they scarred me deeply, because out of them, so many amazing things have transpired. And people say to me, you have the perfect life. Well, I don't, but to an outsider, it would look that way sometimes. And we all have our things, but I have been very, very blessed. And now I know that it is because gratitude is such a great characteristic that was, or a gift that was given to me. I feel like it's one of my spiritual gifts. So gratitude, very, very important. Now I understand why the things have happened in my life, even though I feel like that faith is not my strong point. Okay, moving back to Wallace Wattles. He states that gratitude is the law upon which all others are based. If you can't have gratitude, you will not be successful. So it's super important that we tap in to gratitude. So how to develop this gratitude, right? So he actually gives us 3 steps. So first, we study, we realize, we accept this premise that Wallace Wattles has taught us, and many of us already believe this, but he brings it out, that there is this one intelligence, that we are all connected. So we tap into that. So God, higher power, the ultimate creator. And he says that, so first, we believe that there is one intelligent substance from which all things are created. So we're all connected through this intelligent power. Second, we believe that this substance, our higher self, God, our Father in heaven, wants us to have the best life possible. And if that's still a challenge for you to understand, think about the relationship of a parent to a child. If you have children yourself, don't you want the best for them? And of course we do. When we get frustrated is when we see them not living to their potential, right? So it would be the same with whatever our higher power is that sees us for who we are, who we truly are. And of course, this higher power is going to want us to have the best of everything in this life, not just, get by, but the best of everything. And so once we have accepted those 2 premises, those 2 things, and the third thing is we must relate ourselves to this feeling. And the quickest way to do that, to tap into that feeling that our higher power wants the absolute best for us, is through a feeling of gratitude, of being grateful, looking around, finding a reason to feel deeply, not just faking yourself out and writing in your gratitude journal every morning and saying the same things over and over again, but really tapping in. The reason we do gratitude journals is to tap into that feeling. Feeling is the secret, says Neville Goddard, and it is very true. All of these techniques and everything else that we have are to help us to tap into that feeling. So if you can just tap into that feeling, that is super, super powerful. And the more we stay in gratitude, the quicker we see our blessings coming to pass, because we are tapped in to the ultimate source of creation and bringing about goodness in our life. So there's a part where Wallace Wattles reminds us what happens when we do the opposite of this. So this is not an easy thing to do. Just in explaining it here and going through these 3 steps, it sounds like, well, that's awesome. I'll just feel grateful all the time. However, we live in a world where there are things like I mentioned before, financial stress, relationship struggles, things that we have to worry about and get done and make a living and keep a roof over our heads and clothes on our backs and takes care of people. And things happen like flat tires and unexpected relationship challenges or being laid off, or these things happen even when we are doing the best that we can. Accidents happen. That does not mean that we are on the wrong path or that our thoughts are even not where they should be. These things happen to every single person as a result of living in this world. Now, however, those accidents, or what we would think of as accidents, because we have this very, very limited perspective, right? It's almost like we're living in a 3-act play, only we didn't know what happened in Act 1. We can't really understand what's going to happen in Act 3, so we're plunked down in Act 2. And we really can't understand all the details of what's going on. So when these accidents that we would think of as accidents happen, and we buy into them, or we buy into life, that is the key point where most of us go south, is by how do we handle those things? How quickly can we not just, oh, it's okay, everything happens for a reason. No, feel the frustration, know that these things are happening to teach us certain lessons. That's why we're here, is to learn lessons. And then as quick as we can, switch back into gratitude. So what happens when we don't do that, when we just allow our minds to go where they kind of want to go naturally? Well, this is what Wallace Wattles says. When you fix your attention upon the common, so, the bills that come all the time, or the person that frustrates you, or the child that continues to act out, we would call that common, the ordinary, the poor, the squalid, and the mean. Mean people? What? There's no mean people in the world, right? And your mind takes then what happens when you're thinking about those things? Your mind takes the form of those things. And then you will transmit that image out into this thinking stuff. And then what do we attract? The same. So then we attract the poor, the squalid, and the mean. And that's what comes to us. So this can work for us, and this can work against us. Now, in many, many programs, they talk about the first step, all these step programs, right? The 5-step programs to recovery. And our thoughts, we do get addicted to certain thoughts. This is what we get used to thinking about. So the first step is recognition. So now we can recognize, oh, wow, I really have been thinking a lot about such and such. That is why I have gotten these results, whatever results we've had. So, quickest way to switch all of this, tap into gratitude. Whatever method works for you. Gratitude journaling, as Oprah Winfrey taught so long ago. Also, the author of The Secret, I can't think of, Rhonda Byrne, thank you. Rhonda Byrne has a whole series of things and helps you guide your gratitude. If this is something, if gratitude is a challenge for you and you have to kind of work to do that, then I would highly recommend that you find one of these programs that resonates with you, that rings true to you, that you can use to tap into gratitude, and then carry that with you. Make it a part of your heart. We are working to actually alter our DNA. That is what's going on here. This is not easy. It's simple, but it is not easy. Wallace Wattles even says most people shy away from this because it is the most challenging work we will do. It all happens in our minds. And our minds are hardwired to find the red lights, to find the watch out for that, to keep us safe. So to keep us in this comfort zone so that we don't get hurt. They are hardwired to do that. So we are actually having to go in and change override our own wiring by tapping in to these higher things. Is it possible? Absolutely. Is it worth it? Oh my gosh, I'm just now breaking through, and I can tell you, it is so worth it. So thank you for tapping in. Thank you for watching, for listening, for going through this journey. I applaud you for even making it this far. Most people quit. Most people, when it starts getting challenging, will find an excuse, will find a reason why, will manifest a reason why they can't complete the program. So I applaud you for not being one of those people. And we'll see you next time on Module 9. So be sure that you are filling out the PDFs, that you've watched the previous modules, that you've given yourself the gift of change, of really making this go into every cell of your body. Starts in your thoughts, right? And then goes into every cell of your body. And actually you start to see this manifested in your outer world, in your physical world. So see you next time. Thanks for watching.